Hey people, Pranksman here, and I'm at the point where I got to put the pistons in the engine, and I need a piston ring compressor. Yeah, that's a mouthful. I go out and buy one for like 10 bucks at Harbor Freight, but why buy it when you can make it? I'm gonna make it out of a piece of sheet metal and some hose clamps. If you know how to make it, you can make it whenever you need to. So, okay, what I'm gonna make it out of is a piece of sheet metal. Just curve it, wrap it around the piston, and get a couple hose clamps I got already. Tighten down hose clamps to compress the rings, and you can pop the piston in. First thing you look for, you need a clean piece of sheet metal. I cleaned this up with a grinder already. I've used this on other motors. I figure I'd improve on it. Plus, I need to make it smaller for this bore. I was using it on that motor when I first made it, so it does work. See, you got to make sure one edge is perfectly flat. That's going to be the side that sits against the motor. The other side doesn't matter. I completely deburred it with a flapper wheel and cleaned up the surface on the inside, so when the rings slide over it, it doesn't grab anything and trap debris into the rings to where it'll jam them up. So on the inside, it's got to be clean, like I mentioned before. Okay, first thing I need to do is make it round. Then I got to figure out how big of a cylinder I need to make with it. So I'm going to wrap it around that pole to get it round. Okay. Okay, I got round. I don't want it overlapping like that when I clamp it. So I got to figure out the bore by putting it on this piston here. My faithful Sharpie. Okay. So I want a little opening here. I need to cut that much off. Okay. I can probably use this for other pistons too, bigger ones. But let's worry about the what I'm working on now. Okay. Screwdriver for the hose clamps. Let's fit it on there. As you can see, the piston rings are still working. See if it compresses it. Okay, I'm gonna mark it. Just compress the hose clamps to the size you need. Oh, gotta open it. I'd say that'd work. Get the other hose clamp on there. I use 2 hose clamps because in the past I've had trouble. If you have one in there, you would instinctively put it in the middle and try to push the piston through. It would open up the bottom half and the ring would expand where it wouldn't go in the bore. So I put 2 on there, full of space. The clamp went under it. Keep the clamp out of the open area, I guess. The bottom of the clamp, the hook from the strap was catching underneath, so got a twist. there you have it. I'd say they're compressed. You see the bottom, no gap. You see the top, no gap. Okay, let me show you how my piston ring compressing tool works. It works pretty good so far. I got all 5 of them in there on the first try. I put the slot. You can see the rings as they're going into the motor. See how good it works. While I'm hitting it, you don't just go pow and let go. You want to hit it and keep pressure on there. That way it doesn't bounce back and the ring pop out. So watch how it goes in. Compression ring, second compression ring, right in. It pops off. Okay. Okay, one last look at the piston ring compressor before I put it up. See the insides. When the piston rings passed through, it didn't scrape the walls of it, shaving any metal off when it went into the cylinder. So I thought that was a good point to point out. Only had to use 1 clamp when I put it on. When I did the motor in the Jeep, I had to use the 2 clamps. It was a pretty big piston in that. So I will be keeping it, storing it. Okay. Okay, I saved 10 bucks. I made a piston ring compressor. If you like this sort of thing, any questions, leave a comment. Rate the video and subscribe. Thanks to me. Bye.